And we are live here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. NASCAR 05 is back, as we have a little throwback race, I guess, for you guys on this Saturday night. We are at the Michigan International Speedway for the second straight day. Last night we had Xfinity Series career mode on NASCAR Heat 5. Now we got the Craftsman Truck Series on NASCAR 05. So this will be a lot of fun. Racing as Carl Edwards for this season. For those of you that do not know, we are currently leading the points by 134 over second place Travis Quaffle. Quaffle qualified 5th for today's race. Carl Edwards qualified 8th. We'll see how this will go for the Lennox Spray on 200. Ethan, Kyle Button, Trevor Grimes, Joey Logano fan, and Darius Farine, welcome to the stream, everybody. It's going to be a fun one. 200 miles, 100 laps. We'll get it done. Jonathan Rogers, welcome as well. Car was really loose in qualifying. We'll see how the race will go. Setup got tightened up-ish. Oh boy. Carl Edwards spins the tires off the start. And he's in the wall. Going down into turn 1. It'll be fine once he gets up to speed, but he is struggling after getting into the wall there. Look at all the speed loss. 3 wide as the 139 goes wide into the wall. Cautions out as they're wrecking down the backstretch. Now Matt Crafton checks up. He gets ran into from behind. Chad Chafin's got some damage involved in the accident as well. He's down in the grass. Bobby Hamilton Sr. involved. And we have our first caution. Lap 1, turn 1. Boy, what an ugly start. It has been a week since playing this game, and as you can see, I'm struggling right out of the gate to keep the truck straight. Maybe a little too much NASCAR heat. Patrick Shadley, welcome to the stream. We'll hopefully get Cousin Carl one here today, but it is not looking good early. Damage will be repaired on the 99. He's got quite a bit of it. That could have been an uglier start to this race. Boy, oh boy. I don't think anybody was expecting that. Carl's coming in off a win at Red Bull Raceway in the last race, last Saturday night. Travis Quaffle was able to jump to the lead as well, right when the caution flew. He was on the outside of Brandon Witt, so Edwards is going to be at the back now as he spins the tires again on the restart. Shaky back and forth. This is a very short race again, only 100 laps. Look at how far back Edwards fades on this restart. He's going to have to get something going. Brandon Witt jumps to the lead ahead of Travis Quaffle off of turns 1 and 2, so Quaffle might not have taken off as well. 134-point lead might sound like a lot. Only 12 races to go in the season after this one concludes tonight. Edwards is going to have to try to find some way to get this car rolling in the right direction. Keep it straight. Early caution has already put him behind the 8 ball as he had to pit to repair damage. That also just kind of went to show how wide this racetrack is here at Michigan. 2 miles in length. Usually see some pretty crazy restarts here. That was a crazy start. So, I'm not sure when the next one will be. I just know that we're going to do one stream a week of NASCAR 05. I just don't know what day of the week it's going to be until I actually get a good outlook of what the weather might look like. I think next week, though, we're probably going to shoot for Tuesday or Wednesday. It's going to be the best day to try and get it done. Obviously, Monday and Thursdays are Cup Series for NASCAR Heat 5 custom schedule. And I leave for Talladega on Friday next week. So it's going to have to be either Tuesday or Wednesday. So we won't have to wait quite as long before the next NASCAR 05 stream. But yeah, we're only going to be streaming, well, if you count Sunday as part of the week. From streaming trouble, turn 2. Somebody just got into the wall after getting tagged by Scott Bush in the 56 truck. Couldn't tell who was on the outside that ended up in the wall off the exit of turn 2. A couple free spots for Carl Edwards, who is really kind of struggling on speed right now. Doesn't want to loosen the race car up like it was in qualifying, but he qualified 6th with that setup. That might be the way to go. He might be just a little too tight. Yes, I am driving to Talladega. It's about a 10-hour drive, so I'm leaving. I'm going with my dad. We're leaving at about 6 a.m. Friday morning. We're going to try to play a round of golf on the way down there, so even if we did drive straight, my goodness. It's a bad block there by Richards in the 106. He was not clear to the inside. Yeah, so it's about a 10-hour drive, but it'll be Eastern time zone to Central, so that will save us an hour on the way down, but then we'll lose an hour on the way back. So it'll kind of be like a 9-hour drive, I guess, technically, on the way down, and then an 11-hour drive on the way back on Monday. The weather's looking good, so good thing they won't get postponed to a Monday next week. So far, fingers crossed. Even if they did, I'd pull an all-nighter to stay on Monday, and I mean, I'll have to work Tuesday regardless, so but I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth. I'm not driving all the way down there. No, there is no way. So, one, I don't know if I'm legally allowed to do that. I don't know I would definitely be in that gray area of, will I lose the live stream or not? Even if I do, I know for a fact, at least at Talladega, the internet's terrible. I had a problem just trying to upload my mobile tickets last time there. It took me about a half hour outside of the racetrack to upload the tickets before I got in, so the internet would be so laggy the whole time. I mean, we might even lose the stream because of lag. There'd be no chance. And no, I would never do that. I'm simply going as a spectator. I'm going to just enjoy the race myself for the weekend. I will be down there for the Xfinity and the Xfinity and the Cup race. It'll only be my second ever Xfinity race. I've seen 2 truck races, 1 Xfinity race at Indianapolis in 2018, so it's been a few years. So I usually just go for the Cup race, mainly because it saves me money. But this year I'll get to more truck and Xfinity races. Yeah, I'm not going to hold my phone the whole time either to live stream it like that. I mean, I could try to, get a GoPro or something. I don't know. I wouldn't have my laptop on me either. There'd be no way for me to even do that on top of the bad internet. Contact down the back straightaway with another car. Carl Edwards did that last time we did this stream as well. We're in the 99. That's what throws me off. But Carl Edwards is up to 22nd. He's methodically moving his way through the field. Not very fast, though. I'm going to save my picks for the podcast next week, which will be on Thursday, by the way. It'll be the day before I leave. So podcast will be on Thursday next week. But we'll also have, for the predictions, I don't know about the post-race analysis. If I can get home by 5 o'clock on Monday, we'll still have it normal time, but no guarantees I'll get home that early in the day, especially if we end up playing a round of golf in the morning before our drive. So, yeah, no guarantees on what time I'll be home on Monday. So we might not stream Monday either. It might be till Tuesday. Might have about 4 days off instead of 3 from streaming. But I did want to ask you guys a question. I'll ask this over the next couple of days. As far as the vlog goes, do you guys want to watch it in one full video, Xfinity and Cup Series, or do you guys want to watch it separate, where I upload the Xfinity vlog for the Saturday at the racetrack and then the Sunday at the racetrack and trip as a whole? another day. Or if it's going to be one video, it's probably going to be longer than a half hour. So I'm just fair warning you on that. If it was going to be one video. If it was going to be two videos, it'd probably be two 15 to 20 minute videos. Versus one that's about a half hour to 45 minutes. Whatever you would want to sit through and watch. I'm sure most of you guys wouldn't really care, but leaving that up to you guys down in the chat. Three wide down into turn 3. Schneider trying to hold the bottom. Beautifully done. Up to 16th now. He's definitely a little bit better on the longer run, it seems like. Right in line behind the 82 truck. A lot of the middle of the pack is still bunched together as Travis Quaffle again leads here at Michigan. Trying to catch Edwards in the point standings as much as he possibly can. Schneider a little loose off turn 2, washed up the track into the 82 truck. Look at the 82 trying to side draft him and pinch him down the back straightaway now. Edwards is going to slide up in front of him into turn 3 for 15. Will Lester, a former Michigan winner in the truck series. He's really been fading over the last handful of races in the point standings. Fading in the running order in this race as well. Oh boy, that was close for contact right there. Edwards got squeezed on the inside by Lester. Lester did not want to give up another spot because now the 82 truck just about got underneath him. And he actually is still looking underneath Lester. Down the back straightaway, Jack Sprague trying to block 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. Sprague got shot out of a cannon in the middle of the corner to clear all of those guys. Schneider to 12. Edwards to 12. This is bad. Can't believe how many times I've been saying that. Been doing too much NASCAR Heat 5. Prefer 2 videos. Yeah, I can probably get that Xfinity Series video uploaded the morning of the Cup race, honestly. But the Cup race video is definitely not going to be done and edited until I get back home with being on the road Monday. The crossover underneath Sprague off turn 4. Side by side for 11th. Edwards is still about 2.5 seconds off the lead. He's trying to hold it low, but look at how much Sprague is trying to side draft him all the way down the front stretch and pull him back. And Sprague gets the run on the high side to stay clear. Edwards looks low. Now he looks high. The 116's trying to cross over of his own on Ace Johnson in the 139 truck to the high side. Edwards trying to enter a little bit higher into the corner, but he could not hook it down to the bottom. Jack Sprague went high as well to try and protect. Edwards does get a little bit better of a run than Jack Sprague. Into the tri-oval at least. Edwards trying to take the shortcut on the apron, and Sprague just has a little bit more straightaway speed that's really, really allowing him to stay in front of Edwards. Oh, for sure. I'll definitely post a picture. I just hope I can upload my vlog. That's the thing I'm most scared about. I'm scared I'm not going to be able to upload it because I've had problems trying to upload videos. That's why we started doing a podcast for our predictions and post-race analysis. Again, Edwards looks underneath Sprague. And again, Sprague just kind of pinches him down. One of these times they're going to make contact because he's not giving Edwards a lot of room, which you can't blame them. They're battling for position. Truck in the wall off turn 2. That was Ace Johnson. And it looks like he's still... Actually, I think Jack Sprague was the one that hit the wall because Johnson's still up high. They're 3 wide into turn 3. Edwards drives it in deep. He's loose. He slides up in front of the 116. He clears Ace Johnson, but now the 116 looks to his inside. Edwards with a block off turn 4. Holds on to 9th. It is getting gutsy. There's a little more contact getting into turn 1. It's like Bob Spear in the 52 truck and 152, excuse me, and I couldn't tell who was behind him that gave him that contact. Guess we'll find out when we get there. 116 is still looking to get around Edwards. He's not going away either. 11 hours and 30 minutes to drive to Martinsville. Yeah, like, that's according to Google Maps, give or take, because of the time it, takes to fill up gas, probably once, maybe twice, on the way down. Well, we're taking my dad's truck, so probably twice. And then getting something to eat on the way. And again, we're golfing too, so I'm just saying, like, actual drive time, it's 10 hours. 9 on the way down, 11 on the way back because of the time change, but... if we were to drive straight, yeah, it would be that much too. I don't factor in, stopping somewhere to eat and stuff like that into the drive like I feel like a lot of people do. I take that out. Already a quarter of the way home. 75 laps to go this time by at the line. Travis Quaffle continues to lead at Michigan. This is my home track, so I'd like to win this here for Carl Edwards tonight. It's definitely doable. So we had that big lap 1 crash, no caution since. Hard to tell how many drivers were involved in that one, or at least probably anywhere between 6 to 8 if I had to imagine, if not more. Seems like all 36 trucks are still on the racetrack, though. Chapin, Craftsman got a piece of it in the aftermath of everything, as well as Edwards in the aftermath. Edwards trying to get underneath the 18 of Chapin. Off turn 2, he's down low underneath. Oh, he was going to go up and side draft him, and he got into him. Sure Chapin didn't appreciate that, and there's more contact into turn 3. Chapin's in the outside wall. There's a little bit of contact down the back straightaway, and I think that's why Chapin was trying to crowd Edwards, saying, hey, you're not going to get by me like that. And not enough room when Edwards was still out of control after the contact down the back straightaway and accidentally just punted Chapin all the way up the racetrack. At high speeds here at Michigan nonetheless, but we stay green. Took a pretty good hit into the outside wall too, but looks like he didn't, outside of the pass Edwards made on him, he didn't lose another spot, so he's still in 9th. For 2 videos. Patrick. Stopped at a Mets game. Yeah, that's the only problem. Atlanta's about an hour and a half away. If we were looking to catch another game. The problem is it'd be tough. Like, maybe we can catch a game in, like, Cincinnati on the way down because we go through Cincy. But, I mean, I could honestly do that another time. I mean, I'm only 3 hours away from Cincinnati. Go there for a Tigers game, then a random game. We're just about 3 seconds off the lead right now from Quaffle as well. He's really not gaining anything at all, interval-wise. Maybe very minor gains at most. Taking him quite a long ways to get through the traffic, but again, he qualified 6th. I mentioned 8th. He was 8th on lap 1 and qualifying lap 2. He was 6th. Also got to see the White House. Yeah, I plan on taking my first trip to Washington, D.C. when I go to Dover the Monday after the race. I plan on it. I'll be vlogging my whole trip for all the races this year, see how that goes outside of just the race. So if I were going to upload separate videos, it'd be the Friday on the way down there, maybe get some golf shots in the video, see where we go golfing, and then the Xfinity race on Saturday as well. And then the next day would probably be the Sunday, and then the miniature drive home. A little bit of that, but not much. Again, maybe if we go golfing or see something crazy happen, it'll be on the vlog. I'll have my camera ready at all times, providing the entertainment. Crafton just made a pass on Bob Spear, and I was looking to make another pass on McGee in the 163 truck. Of all the fantasy drivers so far this season, I'd say McGee has been the most consistent. without any practice coming into this race, just those 2 laps of qualifying, definitely not enough for a week of not playing this game. But now that we're on lap 31, you can definitely tell that Edwards is getting a lot better of a handle of his race car. Hopefully they can still fine-tune it on some adjustments. The week trip and all. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, most of my trips are only going to be about 3 days, like basically drive down, cup race on the Sunday or Saturday, whenever it is, and then drive back. There's a few races. Talladega is one of the exceptions that's not the case. Dover's another one of those because I'm going with a couple friends. We've been, wondering, hey, we need to travel somewhere with each other. I travel a lot. We gotta all go at some point. So we're all going to Dover a couple months. We're staying in the Chesapeake Bay area in Maryland, so not quite staying in Dover. Schneider way up the racetrack. Again, Carl Edwards. Wanted to catch myself in the middle of it, but I wanted to finish the sentence at the same time. I got stuck. I didn't know what to do. Tried to get to the inside of Bob Spear in the 152 truck, and he got to his inside barely, but he definitely overdrove the corner down to the apron. Again, the AI raced very, very aggressively on these EA games. We saw that with NASCAR Thunder 04 through that entire playthrough, and you're seeing it here in 05 throughout this playthrough as well. Costed there. Edwards does everything he can to keep it off these guys. But at some point, they crowd so much, there's going to be contact. Especially on a fast racetrack like this where it's very easy to get out of shape, like we've seen Edwards a couple times today, and that was no exception just about a lap ago. Edwards could not get to the inside that time, ended up all the way up high. Now he's about 3.2 seconds off the lead. And Travis Kvapil having himself a day. Maybe he can get a max points day. Kvapil does have a couple wins on the season. I believe 3 to be exact. It's been a while since we picked up this season. Something I'll have to just go back and check at some point. At least 2. He might have 3. Him and Edwards are definitely the 2 championship favorites halfway through the season, that's for sure. And again, for the second corner in a row, Edwards just could not get to the bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4. He was more towards the middle line that time. He was on the very high side the lap prior. And he is definitely losing these guys. It's the first time we're alternating through the different camera angles in today's race. And speed's going off into turn 3 in the Truck Series, 193 miles an hour. It'll be even faster into turn 1 this time by. We'll see what those speeds are going to reach. All the rubber laid on the front of the 99. Maybe some of that's a little scuffage from the damage that is ensued with multiple contact points. He close back into this pack ahead of him, though. He's cut about 1/10 of a second into the lead in the last lap and a half. Finally, 2 corners in a row where he's actually getting the truck to pinpoint down to the bottom like he wants it to as well. He seems to be a little bit better in 1 and 2 than what he is 3 and 4. Gets a lot better run off turn 2 than what he does off turn 4 as well to help with that. Another 1/10 of a second faster than Kvapil that last lap. Still got a long ways to catch him. Just got to be patient. The more contact he makes, the more it's going to cost him because we don't know if we're going to get another caution in this race. It could very well go green to the end. Imagine only having 1 caution. It was on lap 1, turn 1. Everybody wasn't even up to speed yet around this longer racetrack. Side by side between Spear and McGee. for 6th into turn 1. Spear got a great run off the corner before that. Get Edwards hooking that yellow line. Gained so much on McGee that time. In turns 1 and 2, as Spear easily was able to clear McGee as well. Edwards looks low, and he accidentally tagged the left rear of McGee. McGee lost the spot, but he could have lost a lot more than just one position. He lost himself the race right there. Craftsman's continuing to try and soar through this pack little by little. It's on the inside of Brandon Witt for position right now. Edwards trying to make clean passes. He's struggled to do that today. Now he gets tight in line behind the 152 of Spear. Spear went a little too wide as well. He might have gotten tight also. Edwards underneath. Can he clear Spear, who is trying to side draft him right now? He does. All clear into turn 1. Bob Spear down to the inside. Going to try a crossover. Oh boy, that got close. Edwards has not been good on the outside the couple times he's been up there today. And he's in the wall again. And gives that spot right back to Spear pretty easily there without much of a fight. He was hoping to hang on off turn 2, but that truck has not done well on the high side, as we have seen. He's going to get back underneath Spear off turn 4, though, looking low. Not going to be enough, though, as he's going to have to move back up the racetrack now to try and block McGee, who had a run off turn 4. Edwards is still loose getting into turn 1, trying to pinpoint the bottom of the racetrack, and he stays in front of the 163. I'm just going to stop correcting myself every time I say Schneider at this point. If I say Schneider, just know I mean Edwards. Hopefully I don't botch it anymore going forward, but just don't point it out in the chat. I know what I'm doing wrong. It's just flip-flopping the games back and forth is kind of costing me. Between that and it's the same number on the race truck, too. Throwing me off. Another good run off turn 4. To the inside of Spear into turns 1 and 2. Oh boy, I thought he was going to slide all the way up the racetrack. He didn't quite slide all the way up until the exit of the corner where he finally had Spear clear. Anyway, for 6th, trying to block him down the back straightaway now. And Carl Edwards trying to drive away. Look at that though, 2 by 2. Side by side for 2nd, as well side by side for 4th right behind him. Spear trying to battle back off turn 4 again, where he's been a little bit better than Schneider, but Schneider's been able to get under him a couple times right there as well. And now he's trying to get a draft off the 64 of Ryan Carter to help pull away from Spear down this long front stretch. Again into turns 1 and 2. Spear is so close to getting to that left rear corner panel, but can't quite side draft him and get underneath him. These guys are low on fuel. It's likely going to be a 2 pit stop race today. Nobody pitted for fuel or tires under the caution. Back on lap 1, no surprise. Waffle's still holding on to a good 3-second lead all by himself right now. We've got the Mr. Clean crew back, though, once again, so maybe we can get a really fast, clean pit stop, which I'm sure is a very good possibility that can happen. And Carter makes a pass on Matt Crafton and Cole Witt. Brandon Witt, excuse me, within the last couple laps. I don't know if there's any relation between Brandon Witt and Cole Witt. I'm honestly not sure. Doesn't look like Crafton's too happy with Schneider right now. Probably after Edwards had gotten into the back of him. Oh boy, loose off turn 4, way too low of an exit. That just killed his speed down the front stretch. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. We do have some drivers who are on pit road right there. Just shy of the halfway mark. It could be a one-stop race today. That's not impossible. Yep, we are racing F-150 here today. Went to the inside of, I believe, Bobby Hamilton Sr. It's up in the mix as well. Went now to the inside of Carter into turns 3 and 4. Carter shuts the door. Well, maybe not. Witt's got another run. Edwards looking low. Crafton trying to block him. There's contact. Edwards got into the side of Carl Edwards. That one definitely could have been avoided. Crafton was not clear at all when trying to move down the racetrack in front of Carl Edwards, and they made contact. Now Edwards looks down low, maybe to take it 3 wide into the corner. He does get underneath Ryan Carter, couldn't quite get to the inside of Bobby Hamilton. And clear of Carter off turn 4. Hamilton trying to side draft Brandon Witt now. It's a great battle for second place that's been going on. It's only allowing the leader of Quaffle to pull away more and more. Edwards with a run off the inside of turn 2. Now he's going to try to stay in the draft of Brandon Witt down the back straightaway to help pull past the Ford truck of Bobby Hamilton Sr. Clear for third. Race high position for Carl Edwards. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Hamilton looks low underneath Edwards. Oh, look out. Brandon Witt is blowing up in second place right in front of both Hamilton and Edwards as they try to get out of the way. Into the back of the 38 of Witt. Contact with the 4 up high now with Hamilton and Edwards. Witt made an incredible save as he was blowing an engine. Nowhere for Hamilton and Edwards to go. He was trying to get out of harm's way. We stay green, and we just about had another big pile up down into the tri-oval. Couple of shaky moments right there. Quaffle's out to about 3.8 second lead now. Edwards continues to try and block Carter. We are at lap 50. Have to imagine those caution laps at the very beginning helped save fuel. So this could be a fuel mileage race here at Michigan. We're used to seeing those kinds of races in the past, especially without the stages. It is more likely with this NASCAR 05 playthrough. There's Brandon Witt on the inside still. Tough break, running in second place. Led some laps early on. So he got 5 bonus points. One of the drivers in the top 5 in points is Brandon Witt. That was a tough way to go out for sure. These guys are going to need a fast pit stop if this goes green to the end for anybody to catch Travis Quaffle here tonight. Seen some close, really close finishes in the Truck Series at Michigan in the past. I think most people look back to that Bill Lester, Eric Darnell finish at Michigan in the mid-2000s. Photo finish, closest finish in Truck Series history. Yep, back at the home track again. 2 days in a row. And NASCAR Heat 5 for our career mode race. Now tonight with NASCAR 05. Kind of a coincidence that works out, I guess. We will be running the Busch Series for NASCAR 05 next week. Again, that will be on either Tuesday or Wednesday. Quaffle still got about a 3.6 second lead, and here comes Ryan Carter into the pits. I believe Matt Crafton came down onto pit road as well. Lap 53. These guys go 2 more laps. They should be easily good on field to the end. Again, we had a caution at lap 1 for a big crash off turn 2 down the back straightaway. On the initial start, we have been green ever since. .4 seconds is the difference. And he's trying to pit. 70 miles an hour is the speed limit. And he gets down in time, locking the brakes up. That was a perfect pit road entry for Carl Edwards, trying to really gain as much time as he can. No adjustments to the race truck. 4 fresh tires. Full tank of fuel. And we'll see what this Mr. Clean crew can do for a pit stop and try and get this 99 closer to the 24 of Quaffle to maybe have a shot to win it in the second half of the race. Again, first pit stops of the day, likely the only stops, with this only being a 100-mile or 100-lap race, and down goes. They had the simulation to fix their helmet, and because we had the Mr. Clean crew, there was no helmet to fix, but he still rubbed his face with his greasy hands. They're not wearing any gloves either. That was a far from Mr. Clean pit stop, to say the least. And Mr. Clean's now got a lot of grease from the jack on his left cheekbone, and he could have been picking his nose for all we know. We don't know what he was doing with his hand right there, but what we do know is he fell flat on his face trying to round the front of the race truck, and now that ended up being a slow stop for Carl Edwards. Gosh darn it, we need to fire the Mr. Clean crew. They were in to try and perform clean pit stops. They were 2 for 2 in the first 2 races, and now Edwards has dropped all the way back to where Craftsman is running. There you see Craftsman coming out of the pits. Edwards trying to stay high. These two don't have a fond history with each other, mainly because of this race alone. Edwards has accidentally gotten into him twice, so Craftsman actually kind of pinched him off the second time, so I guess he'd say they're even, but I don't think Craftsman sees it that way. 45 laps to go here at Michigan. Travis Quaffle has shown the race leader, and for some reason it's showing a lap down, so I don't think Quaffle is pit yet. He's got to be losing a lot of time on those older tires. As look at Craftsman blocking the heck out of Edwards. Ooh, a little bump draft. Edwards trying to say, hey, I am here, let me go. Quaffle's on pit road right now. So the race leader will be the last driver to pit. Edwards trying to maybe intimidate Matt Craftsman. This might make him more mad, I don't know, but Edwards needs to make a move fast. Oh, he's sideways. Edwards had no chance to get out of the way. They made more contact. Quaffle's coming out a long ways ahead of these guys still, but not as big of a lead as what he had before. Just all over the back of the tailgate of Matt Craftsman, looking to get around him for 6th. Craftsman again sideways, and again Edwards could not get out of the way. He's going to have to try to get a run down these long straightaways to maybe get around him. Or they both catch up to Bob Spear in the 152 truck, and maybe he could use him as a pick. But Spear's not that slow, you wouldn't think. Look at how deep Edwards drives it into 1 and 2. Looks to get to the inside. He's going to try to go up and side draft Craftsman, but it wasn't enough. He has to fall in line behind him as Craftsman continues to block. Craftsman tucked in line behind the 152 truck. Went a little too wide maybe on corner entry. Looks like Edwards is just going to have to follow Craftsman on by Spear in the 152. So that mistake on pit road, despite pitting about 3 laps before Quaffle, has costed him more time and positions. He was in 2nd when the pit stop started. He came out 7th. He did just pass Spear for position. He's still working on Craftsman now for 5th. But 7.5 seconds off the lead. Only 40 laps to go this time by for Quaffle to try and add on to an already multi-win season. This is only race 13. 12 races, though, only to go in the season championship. Remember, this is a season-long championship as well. A playoff or chase format for the Truck Series. really trying to get Craftsman to make a mistake, but he's not making a mistake right now. Not enough of one, at least for Craftsman to try and make the pass, that's for sure. Oh, he got up out of the groove. Edwards looked low. He was all the way on the apron off turn 4, but he couldn't get enough of a run. So Craftsman's getting loose, but he's hanging on to that race truck. They're still both catching the next two drivers for position ahead of them. Edwards deep into turns 3 and 4. He's underneath Craftsman again off turn 4. Craftsman takes a swing at him. And Craftsman basically drove himself up the racetrack. It looked like he barely kept it off the wall, and Edwards is up to 5th. Well, that was not easy at all. And with that contact, though, again, that's less time gained for the 99 on the 24 if he's going to want a chance to catch Quaffle. Edwards has not led a lap yet today, despite qualifying 6th as well, so no bonus points to show for. And Quaffle, you'd have to imagine, is very close to clinching the most laps led if he hasn't already clinched it. So he has led a ton in this race here tonight. He's had a big lead pretty much since that lap 1 caution. Took him a couple laps after the restart to get back to the lead. That's where Brandon Witt led for about 2 to 3 laps, but once he got to the lead, he never looked back. And he was the last car to pit, too, so factor that in, that he never even lost the lead during green flag pit stops. I think Quaffle's led all but 2 or 3 laps in this entire race. Didn't even start on the pole either. He started 5th. Somehow got to the lead in the first half a lap after the initial start of the race. Should have known from there that Quaffle was going to have the truck to beat. Tell you what, we're definitely faster than what we were in the Xfinity Series career mode race last night, for those of you that watched that. McGee battles to the inside of the 64 of Ryan Carter. Edwards has a run behind McGee down the back straightaway. That could be the drafting help McGee needs to get around Carter into turns 3 and 4. And they'll both make a nice clean pass. So Carter loses 2 spots there. Less than 6.5 seconds off the lead. Edwards continues to draft behind McGee through the tri-oval. He's going to have to find a way around him, and fast. Well, McGee washed up the track just a little bit. Edwards down to the bottom. Couldn't quite get underneath him that time. McGee trying to block as he hangs on for 3rd. I believe Bobby Hamilton Sr. is the truck in 2nd place. Also trying to run down Quaffle to the finish. Edwards again looks underneath McGee. Can't quite get underneath him. Looking low. Even lower. He blocked him all the way down to the apron into the tri-oval. At least it's a curved front stretch. It's actually kind of a shortcut down there. If you can hang on to the race truck, again, it's tough to drive on the apron, really on any track in this game. It's a little easier in the Modified Series, but even on some tracks like the Modifieds, it's not even easy. Edwards trying to enter in maybe a little bit higher. McGee goes up there to even block as well. Whatever Edwards does, that's what McGee's trying to do. He's not going to be able to hold him off too long. Edwards has to think big picture, championship here. Don't wreck the race truck trying to get around these guys for position late. He has not DNF'd all season. He will get to the inside of McGee off turn 2. Now he's just got to hope there's enough straightaway speed in it to stay side by side by the time they get into 3. He is side drafting McGee quite a bit down the back straightaway to try and hang on. Enough to where Edwards is driving it in deep again through 3 and 4. A little bit of contact and Edwards pulls clear. Couldn't completely get the clean pass that time. And now he blocks McGee. If he can just hold on for about a half a lap, maybe a little longer, he should be able to pull away from him. Edwards has had more speed. Again, he's been as high as second today. And he's just less than 6 seconds off the lead with 32 laps left at Michigan. The Line X spray on 200. Sure enough, Travis Quaffel's in the Line X race truck. And he's leading the Line X spray on 200. It always seems to be when you see a title sponsor, it's almost like the team seems to have more momentum, more speed, which is not surprising considering the fact it's almost like a home race for that sponsor. They want to prove their sponsors very worthy by winning that said race. Travis Quaffel's trying to do that tonight. It was a little higher than what he wanted to run through 3 and 4. McGee almost got around him. He's not really pulling away from him like he was hoping. Still about 5.7 off the lead. I wonder if Bobby Hamilton Sr. is closing in on Quaffle like Edwards is. Hamilton might get there first, considering he's still a few seconds ahead of Edwards himself, and he's probably about 2 to 2.5 seconds off the race lead still, which was about the lead Quaffle had when he came to pit road, was about 2.5 seconds, but it was over Edwards. And Bobby Hamilton Sr. was actually in 4th when the pit stop started. Ryan Carter was in 3rd, and we haven't even seen Carter since the pit stops unfolded. He was the first to hit pit road. 29 laps left for Travis Quaffle. You'd have to imagine lap traffic could be a factor as well before the end of this race. You know how tough the lap traffic is in this game. On any racetrack. Although you would think Michigan might be one of the easier ones to make the passes in lap traffic, I'd almost beg to differ on that one. Just because of the fact that it's usually a track position kind of race, despite having a little bit of a multiple groove run. NASCAR 08, you can customize your season schedule. Yeah, you can customize it in the older EA games too. I don't know when they started that exactly, but I know in NASCAR Thunder 04 we had a custom schedule season also. And I do plan on doing a second season for every series, having a custom schedule at some point in time for NASCAR 05 and onwards as well. Decided to change it up and have the first season as the non-custom schedule season. Usually we do the first season as a custom schedule season, but wanted to flip-flop it here with NASCAR 05. Why? Just because. No real rhyme or reason. I think the track map is showing that Quaffle is extending the lead on Hamilton, but not Edwards. The problem is Edwards is still over 5 seconds back. And that could come back to bite him again. That costly mistake on pit road that cost him at least 2, maybe 3 seconds could definitely be the difference today. He was 2.5 seconds off the lead when pit stop started. He even pitted 3 laps before Quaffle, which you would think would gain him even more time. It was not the case, though, because of the pit road mistake. He lost about 4.5 seconds. It wasn't even close. If he could have that time back, he'd only be about half a second off the lead with 25 to go this time by. Be a lot different ball game for Edwards to try and go to victory lane. Still not impossible. This is a place he's won before. Not sure if he's won here in the Truck Series or not, but I know he's won a couple Busch Series races at the time, and I believe in the Cup Series as well. And he's right at about 5 seconds even at the line that time. Even if he gains 0.2 of a second a lap, that's a 2-second gain over a 10-lap stretch. He would still be short because there's only 25 laps to go. Even if he gets to him, he's going to have to get around him, and that's going to be tough also. I give props to McGee. He is not going away despite Edwards getting around him. He is really proving that he has a strong race truck himself, and he just stays with Edwards. You never know, maybe McGee could have a shot at second place as well. Edwards should be able to catch Bobby Hamilton Sr., and that's another thing too, is how long is it going to take for him to get around Bobby Hamilton? Because he's not even in second place trying to catch Quaffle right now. Hamilton's still in second. He's also the top 5 in the season point standings. So he's looking for every point he can get as well to the end. Even in 03, you can customize the schedule. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played NASCAR under 03. Because the first one I ever had was 02. And honestly, I don't even really remember much of 04, but I know I had to have played it before the channel. Obviously, we've played it on the channel. Big hump that time. It turns 3 and 4, but it didn't wash the 99 up the track. He was able to run over it pretty well and didn't gain time, but he didn't lose it either. Definitely wanted to skip the car a little bit sideways. Waffle still got that clean air again. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, lap traffic could be a difference maker for sure, but Edwards is just not gaining enough time here. What we will do is alternate through the different camera angles one final time in today's race. There is one attempt at a green-white checker finish if we do end up having it as well. So you never know. Until we take the white flag, caution will not end the race, and there isn't even any cautions on the final lap anyway with these EA games. So it would be a race back to the checker. Though Edwards has not had takeoff speed at all in the restart, so I don't even know if a caution would help him. He might actually lose spots with the caution. Saw him not take off well in the only other restart we had today. In the initial start, he spun the tires as well. Yeah, 20 laps to go. Fuel's at half. They pitted with about 45 to go, so they are good to the end easily. There were some drivers that pitted really well short. Around lap 45, 46, we saw guys hitting pit road. But even they should make it. I would have to think they can go about 55 laps on fuel. So just a one-stopper today, and that caution was a huge factor in that being the case. All the way back on lap 1. Otherwise, it really would have been a fuel mileage race. 4.3 off the lead into turn 1 now with 19 laps left. Edwards down to the apron in 1 and 2. I don't think that really helped him. You can definitely tell he's digging. I believe Quaffle has caught some sort of lap traffic, and Bobby Hamilton Sr. is closing in on Quaffle once again. I mean, that's another thing. Maybe Hamilton catches Quaffle. I mean, even if Edwards doesn't, does Hamilton have anything for him? That's another thing, too, I have to mention with the rules back at this time period in NASCAR with the single file restarts. The lap trucks will restart to the inside of the lead lap trucks if we get a caution, unless the caution flies with 10 or less laps to go. If that's the case, then all the lap trucks have to restart behind the lead lap trucks. So they will not be in the way on the restart. That could be a difference maker also, depending on what lap we get a caution if we do end up getting one. Back to the normal camera for the last 17 laps. 4 seconds off the lead is Edwards. It's likely only gaining even more now because of the lap trucks. 6 people watching here on this Saturday night. That's right, Saturday night. I don't have to work tomorrow. I don't want it to be Friday. I gotta work Saturdays. I don't feel like going into work tomorrow. I was pretty jet lagged there by the end of the day, especially on the golf course. The last like 3 or 4 holes, I was getting pretty jet lagged. I walk 9 times out of 10 when I do play golf, and I could feel it in my legs those last 3 holes walking. That I need to get off my feet as soon as I had a chance. Got home, I've barely been on my feet since. Outside of making a couple sandwiches before we stream, I have been off my feet since I walked into the doors. 15 laps to go. 3.8 off the lead from Quaffle. Lap traffic again is helping these guys. Can Hamilton get to Travis Quaffle? Hamilton's got 1 win on the season. He won way back at Martinsville in race number 4. And this is race 13. Who's to say Hamilton's even going to get through the lap traffic well at all either? Maybe he struggles, and that could open the door even more for Edwards to make another big gain. Quaffle with a win will have a max points day. And Edwards will not get a single bonus point. He did not lead a single lap all day today. He's been as high as second, but he's not led. So no bonus points there. Quaffle will definitely close that gap a little bit more. With, again, still a dozen races to go in the season after the checkered flag flies tonight. Had a bonfire and a nice little smell like campfire. Yeah, I definitely get that burning smell. That burnt wood smell. Tough to tell how far Hamilton is behind Edwards. Doesn't really feel like Edwards has gained much on Hamilton. He was there for a little bit. I think Hamilton's even pulled away from Edwards. That would be the best thing for Edwards if they start battling. Could you imagine if they made contact? We've seen a lot of contact with multiple different trucks today. They're running side by side, whether it's been around us or not. We've seen it, and that has happened pretty much since the very start of the race, really. Inside Uranus, welcome to the stream. We'll have 10 laps to go this time by. Edwards has been in a league of his own here. He has pulled away from McGee behind him. McGee was hanging on for about 10 to 15 laps after Edwards had gotten around him with about 32 to go, but over the last 10 laps or so, he's fallen back. He's still in 4th. Interval-wise, he's nowhere near Edwards anymore. 10 laps to go for Travis Quaffle, who has dominated the day. He's led nearly 80 laps up to this point, if not more. Definitely going to deserve this win, assuming he can hang on, but I wouldn't go assuming completely right this minute. Edwards is about 2.9 off the lead. 9 to go. He might cut that deficit down to about a second and a half, but he's going to need help. Hamilton's got to be gaining on Travis Quaffle. We saw Edwards getting faster and faster as the run carried on earlier today as well. About to catch Keith Grimsley in the 119 truck. Digging hard into 3 and 4. He hit his marks perfectly that time. Grimsley's going to give Edwards a lot of room to the inside. He's going to let the leaders race on by. Smart move by Grimsley. Don't see that a lot out of the AI in this game. Edwards got a little loose into turns 1 and 2. He's pushing hard now. I mean, he's been pushing hard this whole time. Once he hit that 10 to go marker, he's pushing even harder. He's about 2.5 seconds back. That pace is really, really, really dropped for Travis Quaffle. Edwards full throttle through 3 and 4 that time. 2.4 back, 7 to go. Maybe 2.3 at the line. 2.3 point. Yeah, well, 2.3. I think Quaffle is that first truck ahead of Bobby Hamilton, and they got about 2 to 3 lap trucks down the back straightaway, about a quarter of a straightaway ahead of them, and then it's open after that. There will be no more lap trucks after the next, again, 2 or 3. I can't tell when he's in that pack up ahead. But Hamilton has caught Travis Quaffle. 6 to go at the line. It is going to be a race between those two. Hang on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Edwards just hoping something happens between the two of them. Again, 2 lap trucks that are actually side by side right in front of him as well. Caution still changes everything. We can have 1 attempt at a green-white checker finish. We've only had 1 caution way back at lap 1, but we had a crazy restart. We had a crazy initial start that brought the yellow out. Nobody will be out of it if we do get that caution. 5 laps to go at the line. Edwards is 2 seconds now off the race lead. Those lap trucks might be in the way. Yeah, I'm not saying my phone number there inside your ace. Oh, Bobby Hamilton in the lead on turn 4. 4 to go at the line. He has caught and passed Travis Quaffle. Almost like a Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney Atlanta finish the way it's played out here late. Quaffle's truck just does not seem quite as fast as what it was earlier when he was pulling away from everybody. And Hamilton has caught and passed him. They are battling with the lap trucks, and now Edwards, this is what he wants to see. Quaffle's back in front now off turn 2, going into turn 3. They're going back and forth. Exactly what Cousin Carl needs. He's about 1.6 back, still maybe a second and a half off the lead off turn 4. 3 laps to go at the line. Quaffle again is barely back out in front. This race is not over yet. 3 laps at Michigan is a long time around this 2-mile tri-oval. And I believe they are both clear of the lap traffic. Hamilton got to the lead for a lap, enough to get 5 bonus points, but he is still hounding Travis Quaffle. Edwards is really loose into 3 and 4. Edwards still about 1.4 back, 2 to go. Will Hamilton get another shot to get alongside of him? Quaffle's probably picked it into overdrive once Hamilton got around him, just to not only get around him himself, desperately trying to get to the white flag, and Edwards has only gained 1/10 of a second total in the last 2 laps combined. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Lap trucks side by side in front of Edwards. Does Hamilton have a chance? He's losing ground. It doesn't seem like he can stick the bottom quite as well as he was earlier. Off the 117 of Wesley Schmidt, easily gets underneath him going into turns 3 and 4. Hamilton goes high again. Don't think he's going to get enough of a run off turn 4, and Travis Quaffle will narrowly hold on to win a wild finish at Michigan. Quaffle will win again this season. Hamilton with a close second. He ran him down. He passed him just for Quaffle to pass him back with 3 to go. And Edwards came charging from 7.5 seconds back after the final stops with about 45 to go to finishing 1 second off the lead. He was fast, but that pit road mistake by his pit crew definitely costed him the win today. Or at least a better chance at it, to at least battle with Hamilton and Quaffle to the finish. Take a look at the rest of your top 10 again. Quaffle to win, Hamilton second, Edwards third, Aaron McGee holds on to finish fourth, Matt Crafton rounds out the top 5, Bill Lester 6th, Chad Chafin 7th, Ryan Carter 8th, Jack Sprague 9th, Ace Johnson rounds out the top 10 in today's race. We saw Brandon Witt DNF earlier on. Quaffle had 90 of the 100 laps today, again just 1 caution. 15 lead changes total. I don't think that's accurate. Yeah, that's not accurate. Why does it say 15 lead changes when Travis Quaffle led all but 10 laps in the race? That doesn't even make any sense. Mathematically, you couldn't have more than 10. Okay, I guess you could have 11 technically, but I don't know where that stat came in, but never mind the lead change. Because remember, it's only considered a lead change when you actually lead to the line. So yeah, whatever. You guys know what a lead change is. And we had 30 trucks finish on the lead lap. 3 DNFs. Brandon Witt was the first while running in second. He led 7 laps at the beginning of the race. Yeah, so we only had 4 different leaders. I guess technically 5 different leaders. 15 lead. No, that's not what happened. Cook ends up finishing 35th, and then it looks like Adam Bell finishes 34th. Those are the 3 trucks that DNF tonight at Michigan. But indeed, a great race, Tim. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of NASCAR 05. I'll take a quick look at the point standings before we get on out of here for the night. We'll be back and better than ever again tomorrow. Going to Indianapolis Raceway Park for the Power Stroke Diesel 200 for the next truck race. A little bit of short track racing there. On a track that was, at this time, and formerly on the truck in the Time Busch Series schedule. Quaffle has closed that gap in the points with that max points day. It was a big win for him. And again, I believe that's at least his 3rd win. It might have been his 4th. Can't search the stats up for each individual driver, so I'm going to take a quick look here. I know we won at Red Bull. Dodge Raceway, can't remember. I think we won this one. Yep. Milwaukee Mile. I just want to see how many races Travis Quaffle's won so far this year. I kind of forgot how many races we've won. Five. Six wins. There's Quaffle. He won at Charlotte. I think he won at Dover, too. Didn't he win back-to-back? Yeah, okay. I remember that now. So it's at least 3 wins for Quaffle. Edwards has at least 6. In the first 3 races, Atlanta, Martinsville, and Martinsville was Bobby Hamilton. I remember that. Atlanta, I believe, was Bill Lester. I think Lester won in Atlanta. Yep. Quaffle finished 2nd that day. We finished 3rd. And then Cook won at Daytona. So Travis Quaffle just picked up his 3rd win of the season. 9 races won between Edwards and Quaffle this year. Definitely the 2 championship favorites. Now, again, we'll take a quick look at the point standings. Gap has closed a little bit. 13 in all total. Travis Quaffle has gained on Carl Edwards here tonight. Under 21 points now. So the deficit, there's Bobby Hamilton Sr. 3rd. He's 263 back. Huge season so far for Aaron McGee. He is 4th in points, but he's 532 back. So it's pretty much a 3-horse race unless we get at least 2 to 3 DNFs out of these top 3 to give anybody outside the top 3 a chance. And boy, poor Bill Lester, another finish outside the top 15 today. And oh no, he did sneak back inside the top 10. He had a rough start, but he has been fading in the point standings to say the least. He was up there in 3rd place for a while. And it was close between the top 3 until he had, I think, 2 DNFs within the last few races, as well as a couple other finishes outside the top 10. So, yeah, he's definitely faded. He had that early season win at Atlanta. It was looking strong for him. Maybe he can get another win or 2 before the season ends. Again, like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I'll see you guys tomorrow. NASCAR Fantasy Podcast will start up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an hour roughly before the start of the races. We'll get the last-minute fantasy advice / pre-race predictions that I'll have for tomorrow's Cup Series race at Richmond. Another short track race. I'm pumped up for that one, and I only got 1 week until Talladega, baby. I can't wait. I'll be there live in person. So that's what we'll cover for tomorrow's stream. We'll also stream the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode tomorrow at some point, likely after the race. Might be able to get it in before, but for sure at some point later tomorrow night. Latest start time, we'll probably have 8 o'clock. The race starts coverage at 3. The race will probably start closer to 3:30. So we're probably looking at, 8 o'clock will be plenty of time, I'm sure. So 8 p.m. tomorrow for NASCAR Heat 5 career mode if you're looking forward to that also. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow afternoon for the podcast and the pre-race. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights.